Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got the final. We've got the final in Eastbourne between Taylor Fritz and Max Purcell. How's everybody doing? It's the last, one of the last grass finals before Wimbledon. We've got Wimbledon starting up in a couple of days. Draw's already out, but we've got Eastbourne still to finish up. Taylor Fritz has won this event twice before. He's going for his third grass title. Even though they're all 250 titles with, but it's still a title. It's still a title, and it'd be a good one for him. But we'll see what happens. See what happens. Here we go. That's there. That's looking better. Fritz versus Purcell, world number 13, taking on the world number 94. We're gonna get started up soon. Both players have just walked out on court and done the coin toss. So we're going to be getting started soon. The route to the final, by the way, Max Purcell took out Billy Harris in 3 sets, who was playing really, really well. Fritz took out Vukic in a rematch of last year's Atlanta Open final, 7-6, 7-6. That's the exact score as well, the only meeting that these two have had, Fritz and Purcell. That was in Basel last year. Fritz took out Shang as well in a very close match as well. Also some tiebreakers, which you might be keen to, you might see that on grass a little bit. Fritz currently practicing his volleys. Yeah, we're going to see Max Purcell coming in a lot. We know it. We know it. He's got that regular kind of serve and volley game that some of the more successful players on grass can utilize and play. Yeah, my prediction for this one, I'm gonna go with Fritz in 3 sets. His matches have been close, but and Purcell's been playing really, really well. He played incredibly well yesterday. I'm expecting a close match. All right, match has not started yet. I'll be back in 1 moment, but we're gonna get started here soon. They're currently warming up their serves. We're still gonna get started rather soon. What a run from Fernandez, by the way, her first WTA 500 final coming on grass, which is maybe unexpected for some. Good run from her. Lost to Kazakina. Kazakina too good there in straight sets. She also had a very decisive victory over Raducanu, so she basically went on the what would you call it, like a revenge tour of the U.S. Open finalists a couple of years ago. Not really a revenge tour, but took out both pretty easily over Raducanu, 6-2, 6-2, and straight sets over Fernandez as well. The Fernandez was up a break at 4-3 in that second set, but anyway, it's what it is. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see. I always enjoy watching Fritz. I think this is very important for Fritz's confidence coming into Wimbledon. I mean, making the finals one thing, but I think he's going to be disappointed, Fritz, if he doesn't come away with the title here. But if he can get the title here, then I think that's really important confidence coming into Wimbledon, because I like his draw at Wimbledon. In fact, I have him in the semifinals. I have him making the semis at Wimbledon when I did my draw, Fritz. I really like his draw. I don't really believe in Zverev or Tsitsipas on grass. Rublev, I'm not backing that much right now. For me, it was between him and Korda. I have Fritz versus Korda in the quarterfinals, which is a bit of a weird quarterfinal match there, because neither guy is supposed to make it that far. But that was my pick. And I think it's a good opportunity for Fritz at Wimbledon, but I think he needs the confidence of the Eastbourne title. If he doesn't need it, it would be very, very helpful. First serve, very good. An ace down the tee from Fritzy. Perfect opening point. Serve down the tee, forehand slice, forehand to Fritz, inside eyes, very good. Good forehand control there from Fritz. Gets the 30 love. Fritz clearly going to be the one trying to dictate as much as possible. Backhand of Purcell, the forehand of Fritz. Backhand slice Purcell. That goes out. We've got 40 love on the scoreboard. Serve from Fritz out wide is very good. 1-0 for Fritz with a perfect first service hold. Some big serves, big shots. Could not have asked for a better game. Very excited for Wimbledon. I'm excited for the Olympics as well. There's going to be a lot of tennis content to make around this time, around different stories and different matches going on. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm very excited for Wimbledon. I was doing, right when the draw came out yesterday, I was doing my draw predictions. I haven't posted a video about it yet, but this one was difficult, and I went with some outlandish predictions. There were a few predictions I went in there that are pretty outlandish. Back in cross court, back into Fritz, that's in the net. But I'm excited. I'm excited to put on my draw. I like my draws because it doesn't matter. If I think all 8 quarterfinalists are making it to the quarterfinals, I'm gonna try to put that. If there's some outlandish picks, then I'll try to put those. I just go with what I think, my hunches, whether that's popular opinion or not. So that's what I try to do with whenever I do the draws. I've already done my entire draw predictions. I've done my predictions for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. I didn't go match by match. Like, I didn't do all 64 first round matches, but I want to do that as well, especially because of the perfect bracket thing, which is literally impossible. Which Wimbledon said that if you get every match right in the brackets, men's or women's, you get like $50,000. It should be more than that. It should be if you win, you get $10 billion, because you are a genius and a psychic beyond anything that we've ever seen in the human race. Because it's literally, there's no way of getting all matches right. I mean, we don't even know what the matchups are going to be. You have to assume you're right. It's hard enough, let alone just knowing what for sure what the matches are going to be round by round. You don't even know what the matches are going to be in the fourth round quarterfinals. You have to predict the matches that are going to even be happening, and then you have to predict the winners of those matches. You have to predict the winners exactly right of 127 matches. And these are 127 matches that aren't set in stone. These are 127 matches that are going to be created over time because it's an elimination tournament. So you know what I mean? Like, the perfect bracket makes no sense, but it's fun. It's fun to feel like you have any kind of a shot before it all withers away about 5 seconds into the tournament, which is actually what happens for everybody. The forehand of Fritz, very good cross court. That's a squash shot into the net. Good forehand there from Fritz. Hasn't dropped a point on serve. 5-0. It's always a good feeling when you're starting off incredibly strong on your serve, and it's not all serve that's talking. I like Fritz on grass. I do like Fritz on grass. 15 love. It's a good ace out wide. 30 love. Hey, how's it going, Gene? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here. Fritz won't lose a set. Okay, Kelvin. I like the prediction. I was very close to saying Fritz in 2 sets. He started off very strong here. I'm going with Fritz in 3 because I do like Purcell. I like him on grass, and Fritz has been having close matches, but I could easily see Fritz in 2. In fact, you probably have the better prediction. But I don't know. I have a feeling. I have a feeling this could be a 3-setter. I don't know why. Fritz going for like his 8th title, by the way. Solid stuff. Purcell misses the return long. It's not going to be a 3-setter if Purcell can't win a single point on Fritz's serve. That's for sure. You quite literally can't win a set of tennis without winning at least 1 point on your opponent's serve. It's impossible. Try it. I dare you to try it. It is impossible. But yeah, so what Fritz, very impressive. I mean, I know a few of them have been 250s and et cetera, but still 250s are still tournaments that you have to win. They're very tough tournaments to win. It's also not like the WTA where the top 30 players can't play in the 250 tournaments. But let me see how many events has Fritz won in his career, because it's pretty impressive. Yeah, he's going for his 8th title. 8th title is impressive, and also that's an 8th title out of 14 finals. So Fritz is underrated, man. I really think the guy's underrated. I mean, the guy's reached 14 finals of tournaments. 14. And he's won 8 potentially if he wins this. And that's on 2 different surfaces. Well, right? It's on 2 different surfaces that he's managed to do that. So hard courts and grass courts. He's gotten to a clay final. That was earlier this year. He's very good on clay. I expect him to win a clay title probably. Not for sure. I don't know for sure he will, but I expect he could. I'm really worried for Sabalenka. She said that she might not even play the first round. Yeah, I saw that. She said the way she was talking about it sounded very dramatic, like she almost doesn't know when she's going to come back, if she does even play Wimbledon. So can't surf out feeling pain, she said. Dang. Yeah, I mean, Sabalenka is struggling. She's supposed to be one of the favorites coming into Wimbledon. Fritz will break in 6th game. Okay. I like the prediction. I think we're going to see a few tiebreakers. I mean, listen, even in the last couple matches Fritz have played, we've seen tiebreakers. I mean, the guy is incredibly good at serving, but it's going to be tough to break Purcell. It's going to be tough to break Purcell. I think we're going to see... actually, I'm going to make the prediction that we're going to see all tiebreakers. Maybe somebody will break, but then the other person will break back. But I think we're going to see all tiebreakers. It's my other prediction. So my 2 predictions. Fritz wins in 3 sets. Well, actually, am I saying it's all 3 sets are going to be tiebreakers? I'll say 2 of the 3 sets will be tiebreakers. That's my prediction. Drop shot, very good. 15 all. It's good touch, good feel. By the way, on the other side of things, if Max Purcell could get an Eastbourne title, that'd be, I believe, the first title of his career. I'll fact check that. But that would give him a lot of confidence going to Wimbledon. I don't know where his name falls in the draw. That's a good ace from Max. Gets third 15. Aussie grew up playing on grass. The Aussie grass. Yeah, after I finish doing the stream, I either might take a nap and sleep a bit more because it's still a bit early here, or I'm gonna film my draw predictions video for Wimbledon because I'm quite excited about it and I need to get that out. I finished it real early yesterday, but I wasn't able to film it yesterday. My video talking about my draw predictions, but I went with some outlandish picks. I'm not gonna say yet. I'll say the predictions when I do my draw preview. I might say 1 or 2 on stream, but forehand volley, backhand of Fritz. I don't know why he does that, Fritz. He has a bad habit of doing that, Fritz, going cross court. And he does this kind of just easy layup backhand. I mean, he's got the down the line open. I know he's just not confident of hitting that down the line, right? I'm going to make a prediction. Next time we see that shot, Fritz is going to at least attempt it backhand down the line. He might miss it terribly, but he's going to at least attempt it. But that's all lack of confidence and yeah. Oh, very nearly a good return by Fritz, but it gets into the net. That's a good sign, though. At least a chance at a passing shot, and then at least a chance at a return of serve off a very big serve. So he didn't get either of those last. He didn't get any of those last few points, but still, I felt like Fritz was rather close there. 2-2. 2-2. Purcell's not seeded, is he? He's got to be one of the highest unseeded. Yeah, Purcell is not seeded. The lowest seeds are Zhang, Navone, Echeverry, Tiafo. Not very strong at the bottom there for contenders. But then you got Jack Draper, Greek Spore, Musetti. It gets a little bit stronger. Tabilo, Bublik, Cerundolo, Manarino. From there on, it gets stronger. The top 28 seeds are strong. Maybe with the exception of, I mean, Cerundolo or Sebastian Baez, you don't really expect to be big contenders at the event. But everybody else is at least a name to look out for. Love 15 here. Fritz got to love 30 now. Fritz got to be careful. Fritz got to be careful. By the way, I appreciate everybody joining in for the play-by-play. Joining into the channel for the Eastbourne final. It's 15:30 now. Serve out wide, back into Purcell. 4 into Fritz. That's very good. Gets the 30 all. I used to hate serving matchups where it would be dictated by serving, but I've grown to like it. I don't know why. It's the same way I like in a 100-meter race. It's something about what like. There's not a whole lot to look at. It's not a super long rally between a Novak and a Rafa or anything like that. But there's something, I don't know. To me, there's something interesting about the mental game of two guys playing a very boring match and the small margins of it. Oh, what a rally. Backhand cross court. That wasn't about the serve. That was a great rally there. And Fritz doing well off the backhand too. Fritz has improved off that backhand. I think that's going to do good things for him on grass. The way and it's now 40-30. Same way it did well for him on clay. So the guy sitting in the back, by the way, looks exactly like Jamie Murray. The guy in the back looks exactly like Jamie Murray. That's a let from Fritz. I really thought it was Jamie Murray sitting there in the back. Here we go. Second serve. Backhand, forehand of Fritz. Cross court. Forehand squash out of Purcell. Forehand of Fritz. Down the line. Backhand of Purcell. Backhand of Fritz. The forehand of Purcell. Going forehand back to the forehand of Purcell on that deuce side. Slice. Fritz comes in. Backhand. It's in the net. That's a good play from Purcell, and that's what Billy Harris can do against Purcell. Purcell would hit these great shots, but he would also hit these pretty weak shots, and you can't hit a weak shot against Fritz because Fritz is not just going to sit back and do nothing about it. If you hit a weak shot or a short shot against a top 10 kind of guy like Fritz, it's not going to do good things for you. I've said this before, I think Fritz is having the most underrated season on tour. It doesn't really have that much to do with the Eastbourne tournament going on right now. It has a little bit to do with it, but I really think Fritz is having the most underrated season. He's having a very underrated season. I loved how he was playing in Australia. He's playing well on the clay swing. He did very, very well. It's not even his best surface. Now he's probably going to get a grass title. He won a title in Delray Beach. And he's played really, really well all year, really well. It feels like this is a guy that keeps working hard. Feels like he's primed for a good result. Feel like a similar thing about Hurkacz. I don't feel like he's had he hasn't had a stunningly good season, but he's had a good season. And he also picked up a title in Estoril, quarterfinals of Australian Open, playing really well. So those two guys, I just feel like even though they haven't picked up a big title or had a remarkably strong result. Fritz also got to the semis of Monte Carlo. But they haven't really picked up a big title or anything, but I feel like they're both working hard. They keep improving. They're primed for a big result. Fritz and Hurkacz, I feel very similar about both of them. If Fritz wins this match, he's only 400 points behind Stefanos at number 11 spot. Stefanos and Grigor. He'll be about 400 points behind both of them. If he wins this match, which is a great distance to climb, it's great to make up that gap between him and the number 11, the number 10, make it smaller. Start making up that gap. The distance in between them. People ahead of him in the rankings. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Maybe some opportunity in that section now. Yeah, I agree. Mira Andreeva and Kazakina be liking that section now. Yeah. I just hope Sabalenka can play. And yeah, Mira Andreeva, and Kazakina just won the title in Eastbourne right here. So potentially Mukova and Badoza as well. Yeah, that's going to be a great match. Absolutely agree. Are you doing men and women? I've considered it. I probably should. I have time, right? There's today and tomorrow. I should do men and women. Maybe I'll do that. I have no idea what I'm doing for the women though, but I should do that. I probably will. I definitely am doing the men. I've already filled out my draw, but I mean, I could do the women's as well for sure. No idea what I'm gonna say. I had no idea what I was gonna say for the men's draw. It was the first time I was doing a men's draw, and I really had no idea how it was gonna turn out. And I some people say that. Whatever. I really, there's a lot of points where I was like, wait, how far is Djokovic going to go? Like, because I hadn't really thought about it. Like, how far is Djokovic going to go? Is he going to lose in the first 3 or 4 rounds, or is he making the semifinals? Even when, when I got to my final prediction, when I got to my final, I kept rethinking who was going to win between the two. When I got to the final. I had my champion in mind before I started. I had my champion for sure in mind when I started. Then when I got to the final, I started thinking, man, is he really going to beat this guy? And then I started rethinking. But yeah, anyway, I'll put out my draw predictions. I think it will be good. Sorry for your draw picks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Almost all Fritz's sets this week are tiebreaker. Exactly. Tabilo breaks and will serve for the title. I forgot that's going on at the same time, to be honest. I saw he won the first set. Yeah, he's serving for it right now, 6-3, 5-4. Good for Tabilo, man. Good for the Chileans. I like it. All right, back to the match. It's 40-30 here for Max Purcell. Service games are definitely closer on his serve. so far. Forehand volley, very good. Backhand pass. I said it though. What did I say? What did I say? And that was an even tougher pass. He was in an even tougher position there, but Fritz went for the backhand down the line. What did I say? He maybe should have gone cross court there, actually. But he was, I think he, but I really felt like after he hit that outrageously bad cross court passing shot attempt off the backhand cross court, he was going to say to himself, listen, next time I get that one, I got to go down the line. I don't care if I whiff the ball, if I completely miss it, I got to go for it. That's kind of what I would do. And well, it doesn't matter about that, but it's what I feel like. I don't know. It's what you have to do. It's what you have to tell yourself to do. That's a good shot from Fritz, which makes Purcell slip a little bit, but seems to be okay. Mallorca, yeah. Is it still deuce? Yeah, it's still deuce over there. And a couple weeks ago, you said a number of times that Wimby would be very open due to the Olympics. You even tipped Dimitrov as contender. I disagreed with you. Curious to see your draw picks. Hell yeah, Matthew. And on Anthony's tennis sub, I'll be doing my draw preview. So, yeah, hopefully you check that out. But yeah, and Faison on this channel, Faison already posted his. Faison was very quick. I myself saw it in my notifications yesterday. Faison's draw preview and predictions for the men's side, so you can look at that. I only saw the last couple of rounds. I didn't see the whole thing, but they're not fully. Some of his picks are not fully dissimilar from mine. I'll say that. Here we go, 6-game break. Yeah, well, EQ was close, but not quite the case there. Along with Paul, in my opinion. Yeah, Paul is somebody to look out for sure. Taylor has his whole team in town. Paul Anko and his mom, Kathy May. Hell yeah. Some great players. Kathy, I think Kathy May was like top 10 or something. I don't remember, but she was a good player. Fritz got to the semis in Madrid. Yeah, it was Madrid, not Monte Carlo. Yeah, you're right. Quarterfinal in Rome. Yep. That's right. Yeah, I said Monte Carlo. It should be Madrid. Arthur Cazales broke the top 10. It's bound to happen. Hell yeah, Kelvin. Listen, I've been liking Cazal for a long time. About 2 years, I've been watching this kid, and I've said, listen, you're not gonna. I've said before to many people, even on my Twitter, I said, listen, if you don't know the name Arthur Cazal, and he was like number 300 in the world. I was like, you're gonna get to know him. This guy's talented, and he's yeah. And this was before like he played Murray in the final of that Challenger or whatever. Like I was following him for a while. So yeah, so men and women, I vote yes. All right, I'll try to get it done. I really admire Fritz's work ethic. You have to respect the consistency. I absolutely agree. Any guy who works this hard, you have to respect it. And I don't think he's all serve, which makes him dangerous. I don't think he's all serve. He's maybe mostly serve. I don't know. Is that fair to say? But even if he is, he's got stuff outside the serve to be excited about. Is Berg playing Cazal first round? That'll be a good one. Is that what it is? Yeah, Bergs versus Cazal. Yeah, that should be a great match. I'm gonna back Cazal. He did really well at the Australian Open and the Slams. He seems to like the big matches, and I don't know if I back Bergs as much on grass as I do on clay, for example. But yeah, we'll see. Backhand pass Fritz is very good for Max Purcell. We're getting to the deeper stages of the set. Purcell still coming to net. Hell yeah. On the green, the American taking on the Aussie. Two countries that used to dominate the game and playing all the time on this surface. So this final is a throwback. Johnny Mack and Rod Laver coming to net all the time, enjoying the grass, playing touch and feel, chip and charge. Forehand of Fritz, the backhand of Purcell, forehand of Fritz, cross court, forehand of Purcell, down the line, backhand of Fritz now. Redirects it into the backhand down the line. It's a great redirect from Purcell. It's a drop shot. Great play. Fritz there, backhand down the line. Purcell with the lob. Fritz Goes around, hits a forehand. I don't know what that was, but he attempted something. It was an attempt. There was an attempt. Great play there from Purcell. An amazing redirect from Purcell off a backhand down the line. Then he goes immediately, no hesitation for a drop shot. Then goes for a lob. Then he sneaks into the net. I think Fritz saw Purcell at the net out of the corner of his eye, and that made him rethink his forehand passing shot that he was going to do, because it was a very tough shot to hit, especially with Purcell at the net the way he can play at the net. So kind of a forced error in a way. Definitely a forced error. I mean, there's no doubt about that, because it was a good lob. 40 love. Purcell has some crafty play that he can pull off. There's no doubt. Forehand, that's in the net. But yeah, I should do the women's draw. I haven't done a women's draw for my channel, but yeah, I want to do that. That'll be good. I have no idea what I'm gonna pick though, but I guess that's everybody. Nobody has any idea. I still kind of back Rabakina a little bit, even though she's been unhealthy at times. Jabor is definitely a good pick. Those will be some of the players I'm thinking about the most. There are a few other ones. Samsonova, I kind of think might do something. Is she good on grass, Samsonova? I believe she is, right? But there's players like that you just never know, right? On the women's side, like who would have thought that Vandrusova would have won last year, you know? So. All right, 4-4. Taylor Fritz with the serve. Hits it out. If you blink at any game, you never know. Your opponent can take advantage. Fritz got to stay solid right here. Backhand into the forehand of Purcell. The backhand of Purcell sliced. Forehand. That's a great backhand slice from Max Purcell. A slice is a great play on a grass court where the ball can skid low. Who's playing better? Almost impossible to say at the moment, in my opinion. Maybe Purcell. I don't know. Both are playing well. Well, no, I would say Fritz, actually. I don't know. It's impossible to say at the moment. They're very even to this point. Fritz probably, because he's been doing really well to back his own serve for the most part. Not every game. He was down a love 30 hole, but anyway, it's pretty even. Forehand down the line is a great shot. Backhand, that's going to go out. Another love 30 hole as Purcell trying to create an upset. Let's go Fritz. He's got to fight here. Fritz is going to be disappointed if he doesn't come away with the title. I said it to start the stream, and I will stand by that to the end of the stream. Fritz will not be happy with I made the final least winner. I don't think so. I don't think he'd be happy with it. That's a great ace out wide. Gets the 15-30. He's got to fight here. Gets the 15-30. He has been solid all year. I absolutely agree. It's been very underrated from him. Are Belarusians playing Wimbledon? Yes. Yes, Marquez, that was great. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's good. We got to get all the players that we can. Tabilo wins. Shout out to Tabilo. Tabilo taking over Sebastian Offner, who might be the highest ranked unknown player on the tour. Sebastian Offner, he's been around a while. He's been around since like 2017 when he made his first ATP semifinal. Offner, but he's not a very well-known player. Offner. Yeah, he's like 35 in the world or 30 in the world or something. Forehand, that's a shank. Fritz doing exactly what he needs to fight well. This is why Fritz has been top 5 in the world. You don't get to top 5 in the world by accident. You can't just stumble your way into being a top 5 player. I can promise you something in tennis. You're not just going to stumble your way into being a top 5 player by accident. I stand by that. Fritz was top 5 for like 1 week, but you're not going to get that high in the rankings just by accident. It doesn't really make any sense. Quarterfinals of Wimbledon, playing absolutely sensational. Indian Wells playing absolutely amazing as well, just like he did there the year before that as well and the year after. Just lost to Alcaraz there the year after that. I think it was to Alcaraz. No, it's to Yannick, also playing amazing. Forehand swing volley, backhand lob. Smash from Fritz. Oh, right back to Purcell. It goes for a pass. What a pass from Max Purcell. The Aussie with the backhand from way behind the court. What a shot. A deuce here. Ace on the tee, easy as you like from Taylor Fritz. Easy as you like from Taylor Fritz. We got to advantage. Fritz fighting hard here. That's what you like to see. Backhand cross court, the backhand of Fritz down the line. He pulls that wide. My prediction, all the finalists in both men and women will be making their first Wimby final. Wow. Okay, I like that, Matthew. Oh, actually, that kind of makes sense because Yannick hasn't even made the Wimby final. When you say, yeah, I guess I'm probably gonna agree with you. I'm probably gonna agree with you. I mean, who made the final last year? Jabor and Von Drustva. Who was before that? Rabakna and Jabor. Okay, well, if Rabakna makes it, then she would not be. But Sabalenka, for example, would be a first-time finalist, or a lot of the other dark horses that you could name. And I on the men's side, I kind of agree with you. I'll just say that I agree with you on the men's side. My finalists on the men's side have both never made the final of Wimbledon before, so. Serve from Fritz. It's in the net. Second serve here from Taylor. Forehand, the forehand of Fritz, forehand of Purcell. That goes out. 5-4 for Fritz. He's not gonna just let this go right before Wimbledon. Fritz should use this as kind of an extension going into Wimbledon. Fair point. Fritz is a really good ball striker. Yep. Yeah, Fritz, great. Hey, what's up, Lexi? Good to have you in here. Hey, what's up, Jake? Come on, Purcell. Love his game on the grass. Absolutely. Serve and volley. Coming in. Don't know who Purcell was initially, and I saw a clip that he won the Wimby doubles. First slam and trophy and him for the partner. Lexi, that was the best doubles match I've ever seen in my life. Max Purcell and Matthew Ebden taking on Mektic and Pavic. One of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. I don't care if it's doubles. I don't care if it's singles. I don't care if we're talking about the 80s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s. I don't care when it is. I don't care what it is. One of the best tennis matches I've ever seen in my life. 10-8 in the fifth set. Wimbledon final. Purcell and Ebden going for their first slam. Mektic and Pavic, established doubles specialists. And Mektic, I believe it was Mektic, hurt his right hand and basically could only play with his left hand or his right hand or whatever. And he was still playing amazing tennis. He was like slicing every shot. And there's such a crazy back and forth. Mektic and Pavic nearly completed the most miraculous comeback. But it was Ebden and Purcell who played amazing to make sure that they got the win at the end, which they deserved thoroughly. It was an amazing match. I mean, Wimbledon produces some of the best final. If you haven't seen that final, it was stunning. It was stunningly good. I never forgot it. So yeah, that was really the first time I saw Purcell play. I think was that final, because when Wimbledon's around, I always try to catch the doubles final if I can. Keys could be a dark horse too. Oh, absolutely. Your draw's not too bad. Shout out Fernandez though for getting that there. Layla and Pablo Carreno for the Wimbledon titles. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Pablo Carreno. Has he ever won a match on grass? Like the Matteo Bellucci win. I'm watching mostly qualifying wins. Super emotional and satisfying. Yeah, the guy was crying. He's a bit of a dark horse first round. LOL. Thompson was a wake-up call for Fritz. He's been solid since that bad loss. I agree. It was not a good loss last year. Losing Thompson on grass is not a bad loss, to be honest. It's still a bad loss for Fritz. I expect big things from Fritz. Fritz expects big things from Fritz. He's got to come in with that kind of mentality. Fritz, I want Fritz to back himself on grass. I really want Fritz to back himself on grass. He's yet to make a semifinal of a major. I want him to feel like he can. I want him to feel like this is the time. By the way, Rublev, awesome opportunity for him to make a semifinal. The only problem is I don't know if Rublev's stock has been much lower than it is at the moment. And if you felt like you could rely on him to make a quarterfinals any more than right now. Backhand slice is amazing from Purcell. This guy knows how to play on grass. This is a good example of it right here. Drop shot. No, it says slice. Backhand, that's in the net. Great point from Fritz because Purcell was... This is a high-level match. Purcell is really bringing a tough game, and Fritz knows it too. Fritz is 3 points away from the set. Purcell might not have the finishing ability, though, and he might hit too many kind of weak shots that Fritz might be able to take too much advantage of. That's a weak serve and volley play. Fritz is ready to get us 2 points away. You know, Fritz always kind of puts himself into this kind of pressure cooker situation, and he's always very intense out there. But I do always like the fact that he's always kind of, I don't know. I feel like he's one of these kind of players that is very thinking out there and very kind of mentally involved and more than even just regular. I feel like sometimes it feels like he's like the only guy in the whole stadium. Him in his box. Just it's a battle against himself. He's constantly working hard to get better. But that means he's like talking to his box and his coaches like during the match, just laughing, and sometimes you just see a shot of him just casually like laughing about something during a really intense moment, which is a really good sign for Fritz. They can handle pressure in that way, and he works hard to constantly be better, and just his focus is on himself, which is awesome. That's what you need in tennis. 40-30 for Fritz here at 5-4. He's at set point. First serve goes long from Purcell. Second serve. That's a double fall. A horrendous game from Max Purcell gives the first set to Fritz. That's the difference between world number 13 and world number 94. 6-4 for Taylor Fritz. It came out of nowhere. So hard to predict grass, or maybe I'm just a neutral when it comes to the surface. I'm okay whoever wins. My boys are eliminated early. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is hard to predict. Because the season is so short, Lexi. We don't have that big of a pool of matches to look at to see who does that well and who does not do as well. It's hard to know, honestly. Fritz is a guy that I hope keeps improving on his results at the Big Rat at Wimbledon, and I also hope for Felix Auger-Aliassime to have a good level at Wimbledon as well. I feel like he's a guy who can play on grass. Okay, here are the stats. Good level from both. A good level from both. I mean, I don't need to see the stats to think that. It was really at the end where Purcell blinked, but it was a good level from both. Strong first set, but not a good sign for Purcell to blink at the finish line. Humor probably helps diffuse the tension. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's something I wish I could do more of when I'm playing a match. I've gotten better at it recently. I was in this bad mindset recently in tennis where I was just like, man, am I ever going to start winning matches? I was playing well, but I just couldn't get over the line. And I'm somebody who backs myself fully when it comes to the mental side. I back myself. I know I will fight and I will grit down. And I will choke as well. A lot. Like a lot. But I was losing. I had no idea. How am I supposed to get into this better mindset of finding ways to win matches? I feel like I finally figured something out. And it's the beautiful, miserable thing about tennis is the fact that you have to go through those terrible struggles and just a battle against yourself to get to those points where you can start winning matches and picking up your level. Now I've won my last few matches, so which is great. Man, does it feel so good to be on that other side of things, even though I will lose again. But You kind of figure yourself out mentally a little bit, and it's a great help for yourself in life as well, because a lot of the things that it mentally, the ways you figure out to do better in sports mentally and just in general, those things can really help you in life itself. There's a lot of mirrors and comparisons from sports to life. It's why we gravitate to sports in the way that we do, partially. That's a shot into the net from Fritz, so it's 15 all. Yikes, yep. Scroll up. My prediction was 6-4, 6-3 Fritz. I didn't see that one, Kelvin. Let me see. Yeah, 6-4, 6-3 Fritz, my prediction. Hell yeah, Kelvin, you got the first set. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was wrong. I said all tie breaks, so yeah, I thought that set was a good level too. It was very good level. Congrats. Hey, thanks, Chris. It's good. It feels good to be on that side of things. Yeah, I won a couple singles matches, won my mixed doubles match that I played as well. That was last Saturday. I've won a couple singles matches, so I'm excited about it. It's good to be on that side of things. I need to keep this up though. I need to keep playing, because that's really the key as well, is to keep playing, keep practicing. Back in cross court, the back end of Fritz, back end of Purcell. Back into Fritz, cross court, back into Purcell, down the line. That goes out, so it's 40-15 Fritz. Yeah, it was a horrendous game from Purcell, honestly, at the end there of that set, and Purcell's going to have nightmares about that game when he goes to sleep today, to be honest. There's a challenge here from Purcell, but that looked out. Challenge isn't even work. Okay, here you go. Yeah, it wasn't even close. The challenge should be illegal. Because it was not even, it was all, okay, so two things. It was not particularly close to hitting the baseline. That one was, it was a little bit closer to hitting the baseline, but it wasn't even close to the sideline. It was in the doubles alley. Even if it hit the baseline, it was in the doubles alley. It was in the tram lines. Anyway, Fritz is 5 games away from his 8th title and 14 finals, so. Show me a guy who's won 8 titles and 14 finals and tell me that is a guy that most people look at Taylor Fritz as a level below that, as below the level of those other players that have won 8 titles and 14 finals. I don't know who those players are, but that is an impressive stat. And Fritz, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Fritz is, I'm very high on Fritz. I've been high on Fritz. The people who I've been high on for a long time, I would say the most, Sinner, Fritz, and Felix Auger-Aliassime. I've been backing those guys. Even when a lot of people have been not backing those guys, I've continued to back those guys. Fritz, I said right before he won Indian Wells, it's probably the craziest prediction I've done in tennis. I said I think Tennis TV asked who's going to be the next first-time Masters 1000 champion. I said, well, outside the top 10 guys, Fritz is going to win a hardcourt Masters tournament way before people expect him to, really soon. And then, like 2 weeks later, he won Indian Wells. So I saw how absolutely outrageous he was playing at Indian Wells in 2021 when he was like 30 in the world. And he took out Yannick Sinner like 6-4, 6-3, playing what I thought was top 5 level tennis from Fritz. Not in 2022 when he won the tournament, 2021 when he reached the semifinals. So that didn't surprise me when Fritz won Indian Wells. It genuinely didn't surprise me one bit. I've been high on Fritz for a minute. I've been high on Sinner for a minute, for a long time. And I've been high on Auger-Aliassime for a long, long time as well. Those 3 guys, I backed them even when a lot of people haven't. Particularly Sinner, I thought had strong potential. But I think the other 2 guys, for a while, I think have big title winning potential. So we'll see. We'll see what happens of those 3 guys. But I still think Fritz and FA can win more big titles. Particularly Auger-Aliassime, I think. I would hope wins a big title in his career. It's love 40 here. Another subpar game from Purcell. First serve goes out from Max. It's a second serve here. Serve from Purcell. Forehand of Fritz. That goes out. It's a terrible return. That's all nerves of stepping your foot over the finish line. It's not the finish line yet, but it feels like the finish line. Every forehand, every backhand from Fritz, it feels like, okay, this could be the shot that takes me to the end, that takes me to the finish line, and that is a nervous place to be in. You have to will yourself to put your foot over that line. And Purcell is playing quickly here. He's not even letting Fritz have time to think or ruminate. You have to develop that killer instinct that it doesn't matter what, I'm going to win. Like, that's the mindset you have to have in sport. I'm going to win. It's a first serve in the net from Purcell. So second serve here coming. Kick serve back into Fritz. The back end of Purcell. Cross court back into Fritz. It's a good lob if it goes in, but it goes out. A good 3 consecutive points from Purcell. Gets it back to deuce. Layla lost, damn it. Exactly my reaction when I woke up this morning. Well, no, I saw it at 4-3 and I followed the score to the end, but I want Layla to get that trophy. Yeah, I mean, listen, a 500 final on grass is still good, but yeah, disappointed that she wasn't able to do better in that final. Watch out for Layla when we get back to the hard courts. Not even just the clay courts, but the hard courts later in the year as well. I want Layla to get to the top 10. I expect that she will. I want Fernandez to get to top 10. I think she can. I think she will. It's advantage Purcell. Good getting out of trouble. That's forehand, the bottom of the net from Fritz. Solid hold from Max Purcell. Gets to 1-1. Purcell is still staying way in this match. Much better quality returns from Fritz now. Yeah, I noticed that to get to love 40, but Purcell doing well at the end there. But that's a good sign for Fritz as well. Homburg Trophy is one of the cutest. Let me see. Bad Homburg Trophy. Yeah, what even is that? Is that an elephant? I think that's an elephant. Yeah, I think so. A little elephant. That is cool. I like the artistic trophies. You think Fritz can get another break point? Oh, absolutely. Yes. At this point, yes. I wouldn't have said it about 45 minutes ago, but yes, I think so. Okay. Dirty love for Fritz. Serve out wide. 400 Purcell. It's in the net. 40 love. Fritz doing well. Fritz doing very well. It's in the net from Purcell. Fritz gets a 2-1. We'll see if Fritz has more chances on the Purcell serve. I kind of expect that maybe he will. He will have at least a couple more chances on the Purcell serve this set. We'll see if Purcell keeps playing as clutch as he is. 2-1 here for Purcell about to serve. Here we go, 15 love for Purcell. Backhand of Fritz, that goes out, 30 love for Purcell. Do you do any betting? I do not. I think I'd be good at it. I like my tennis predicting abilities, but I don't do betting. Because honestly, I have too addictive personality. If I started doing that, I wouldn't stop. I know that since I was a kid. Like if I get into that, I'm not gonna stop, which is not a good thing. So I've just decided to stay away from it. Listen, if I was talking about Wimbledon. Basically, what Wimbledon is doing, if you predict the whole draw exactly 100% perfect, then you get $50,000. First of all, it's impossible, so don't even think that you're gonna necessarily do that, that anybody can do that. But if I get that, if I do that, if I'm able to do the perfect draw, then I will consider doing betting. But unless I do that, then I'm probably not going to get into it. There's other stuff to do. There's other better, more fun ways to lose money for myself. But anybody who does that, I don't judge at all. I know a lot of people watch and do betting, which is fine. It's cool. But yeah, I don't get involved with that myself. Forehand is a great return from Fritz. He really is doing much better off the return of serve. So it's good practice for Fritz at Wimbledon as well. Can't really remember. Fritz plays Hanfman in the first round of Wimbledon. Hanfman can hit a big serve or two. So backhand of Fritz, the backhand of Purcell, going backhand to backhand. Backhand of Purcell, the backhand of Fritz. Backhand's a drop shot. Backhand's a lob. Oh, it's a great shot. Fritz could have gotten to it, though, if he started running back earlier. Purcell probably would have still won the point, but not particularly smart from Fritz there to go for this crazy jumping volley. I don't know. Maybe Fritz just didn't believe in his speed. Oh, maybe the lob was too good anyway. I don't know. Anyway, very good lob and a volley play from Purcell. He's got great feel. Got great feel, great touch. Let's talk about Fritz's ranking. What would Purcell's ranking be if he wins this? If he wins this match. I thought Purcell was higher in the rankings. Where is he? I thought Purcell was like 35 in the rankings. Is he lower? Oh, no, I'm forgetting. He dropped down. He dropped way down. Where is he now? Okay, 68th in the world. If he wins this match, Purcell, then he will be 56 in the world. So that would be a huge jump for him from 68 to 58. He would be ahead of Impechi Pericard and Berrettini. So he'd be in a good place, right by Shevchenko, Lajovic, Alex Michelson, Sonego. Some good players. That's more so where Purcell belongs, to be honest. I mean, right now he's next to Diaz, Acosta, and Vukic. I mean, no offense to those players, but it feels like Purcell should be a level above. Although I am speaking a little bit not from recency bias, but from he's especially good on grass courts, Purcell. But anyway, for grass courts, his ranking is much higher. Let's put it that way. Purcell and Thompson, their ranking goes up when they're playing on grass. And that just comes with comes naturally with them being from Australia, where you play on grass courts all the time, or where you can anyway. It's a great shot from Fritz. Gets the 3-2, 6-4, 3-2. Fritz 3 games away. Good serving, good returning. Yeah, you'd be badass. People pay you for picks, bro. Just manage your money and you're good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, listen, maybe I'll go for the Wimbledon perfect draw, but yeah, I'm just not getting into any of that. Layla wasn't great, couldn't cut out the errors. Kazakina just played percentage tennis and wait for the error to come. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, Kazakina is so good at doing that too, and I feel like just making you not trust your game and hitting too many. I've seen Kazakina do that where she breaks down hard opponents trying to hit hard and going for too much, and yeah, she's good at just playing the waiting game. Yeah, shame for Fernandez. I wonder who, if somebody on the men's side wins both Wimbledon and the Olympics, I wonder who has the best shot of doing that. I just started thinking about it. Who has the best shot of winning both Wimbledon and the Olympics? Is it Alcaraz? Is it Sinner? Is it Djokovic? Just a question that just popped into my head. Because Alcaraz, Sinner, I kind of expect is more of a favorite for Wimbledon, especially how he's played in the past. He's beaten Alcaraz here in the past 2 years ago. His serve has only gotten better, which is going to be good at Wimbledon. But then Alcaraz won at Wimbledon last year, and he just won Roland Garros. The Olympics will be played at Roland Garros, so Alcaraz is a good contender. Then you have a guy like Djokovic, who, especially if he has the momentum of winning Wimbledon, his body holds up, which would be kind of amazing. But maybe he could win Wimbledon at the Olympics. I don't know who has the best shot of doing that, but it's going to be an absolutely crazy July with Wimbledon and the Olympics. We'll see. Left 15. Watch out for Fritz here, because Purcell's been streaky in the worst ways. Worst games have kind of come in bunches, or his worst points have kind of come in bunches. And Fritz is returning better here. Backhand slice is very short. Forehand Fritz takes advantage. Love 30. This is Fritz's chance to pounce right here. If Fritz can't convert here and Purcell finds a way to get to 3-3, then it's danger time for Fritz. But let's see if Fritz can finish off the job and get to 4-2 and essentially get to 5-2, really. Serve from Purcell. Out wide, forehand Fritz. Oh, what a strike from Fritz. He's returning so well off both sides. Yeah, Jake, you said in the chat, much better quality returns. He's really finding it now. He was having great returns to get to love 40, and now once again to get to love 40, some great returns, especially that one. Love 40 here at 3-2. That goes out. Taylor Fritz breaks that love and breaks Max Purcell's spirit. Breaks that love and breaks Max Purcell's spirit on the grass. And Fritz stays unbroken to this point. Let's see if that trend continues. If it does, he will get his 8th title, his 3rd title on grass. All coming at the same tournament in Eastbourne. He's following in John Isner's footsteps, Taylor Fritz, because Isner was always very good at a few specific choice tournaments. Newport and Atlanta to be to name tournaments. And And Taylor Fritz, kind of continuing that streak for the American men because he's trying to get his third title in Eastbourne. He also has a few titles events where he does do especially well. Delray Beach, I think he's won a couple times now. Indian Wells, he always plays his best tennis there. Kind of continuing off that same streak, Fritz. But this isn't an American tournament. This is not an American tournament in Eastbourne. Serve from Fritz. The forehand of Purcell. That first set wasn't easy, but Fritz might be getting away with the running away with the match here. Forehand of Fritz. The backhand of Purcell. Cross court. That goes out. 30 love for Fritz. Serve from Taylor. Is an ace out wide. It's all looking easy now. You might as well be playing tennis elbow. Taylor Fritz. You might as well be playing tennis clash. Because it's looking like a game. Just a video game. Making it look easy. Another ace out wide. And Fritz calm as he like. 6-4, 5-2. A game away from Taylor Fritz's third title on grass. His 8th title overall in 14 finals. It's a game away. Do you get what? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Is Taylor Fritz ever gonna break back into the top 5? Is Fritz ever gonna break back into the top 5? Is the question. I actually don't know. I'm very 50-50 on it, but listen, I like Fritz. I like Fritz. I think there's a chance there for a top 5 spot within the next couple years. Screw it. I'm gonna go with what my gut says, and I'm gonna say yes. That's what my gut says, so I'm gonna go with it. He's 26 years old. I think almost everybody would say no, is my guess. And it makes sense. But after Sinner Alcaraz, when Djokovic drops off, Sinner Alcaraz, then who else do you have that you're that sure in the near term is going to be top 5? Runa, maybe, but that could be a little bit whiles away if it does happen. And I mean, there's a lot of other guys you could put in there. There's a lot of other guys, and I'm forgetting about a few, surely. Medvedev, Sinner Alcaraz, Medvedev. Then he got guys like Zverev, Rublev, Tsitsipas, Casper, Korda, Draper, Menzik, maybe Feast, maybe at some point, in my opinion, or whoever else you want to put in there. But anyway, my point is, after Sinner, Alcaraz, and Medvedev, once Djokovic kind of drops off, Fritz might have an opportunity. There might be an opportunity there for Fritz, maybe. If he does earn that, if he gets to, say, a slam semifinal, slam final, stays consistent all year, maybe wins another Masters title on hard courts, or at least gets to a couple of finals on hard courts at the Masters level, or at least one, and stays consistent all year, wins a couple of titles on grass, on hard court, Delray Beach, Atlanta, whatever it is. I could see him getting back to the top 5. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. That's what my gut says. By the way, Kelvin, you said 6'4", 6'3". It looks like he will get there as long as he wants it. I love it. I agree, Kelvin. Yep. That's 100%. It looks like you're doing pretty well, Kelvin, because 6'4", 6'3" looks imminent. It's a good call. Serve from Purcell to the backhand of Fritz. That goes out. 30 love for Purcell. 30 love for Max Purcell. Serve out wide. Forehand chip of Fritz. The backhand slice of Purcell. Forehand of Fritz. Oh, hits it long. 40 love. Sir Purcell goes long, second serve. Second serve is a fault. Double fault. No comment. Fair enough. Lexi, do you have Wimbledon predictions? Champion, men's and women's side? Do you have predictions for Wimby? Let me know. Let me know. By the way, good to see Monfils back to number 33 in the world. This guy's almost 38 years old playing tennis to be 33 in the world. It's very impressive. Who are like the oldest guys in the top whatever? Djokovic, Monfils, Wawrinka. I'm going to go by age. Verdasco is still technically in the rankings. Isner is retired. Lucas Rosol is in the rankings, but I don't really care. Cuevas, Anderson. I mean, if those guys are playing, I don't know if they are, though. But Wawrinka and then Rafa, Gasquet, Monfils. And then you got a couple other guys, the rankings. Lee, Statham. Those guys are 37 years old. Murray, Djokovic, DeShepper, Fonini. Those are the 37-year-olds. Then you got guys like Kukushkin, who I didn't know was still playing until like a few days ago. I thought he had retired. All right, it's 30 love here for Fritz. Let's go. Going for his 8th title. Backhand to forehand Fritz. Forehand of Purcell. Goes out. 40 love. All right, come on. 40 love. Taylor Fritz getting it done right before Wimbledon at Eastbourne. Taylor Fritz. Reborn on the grass in Eastbourne. Has huge grass potential. Last year, lost in the second or third round at Wimbledon, but it's a new year. He should be doing well on grass, in my opinion. Going for his 3rd title here in Eastbourne. Backhand slice, defensive. Forehand, Fritz can't get there. 40-15. Purcell saves 1. Match isn't over till it's over. The old saying is still true, but it is looking like Fritz's day. He's got 2 more to put this away. Here we go, right here for Fritz. He'd like a big first serve. That was gutsy from Purcell there on the first match point save, though. Championship point number 2. First serve in the net. Second serve. Backhand. Backhand to Fritz, cross court. Backhand slice. Stays in Purcell. Backhand cross court. Backhand slice Purcell. Forehand to Fritz, down the middle. Forehand to Purcell, cross court. Going forehand down the line. Backhand. Fritz again defending. That's too good for Max Purcell. Very confident on the first 2. Fritz can shut it all up, though, with 1 ace. Fritz needs a big serve because Purcell is looking completely unfazed here, looking down the barrel of the gun. Looking down the barrel of the gun. He's completely just calm. Calm as he like. Here we go. Fritz should take in a little bit of extra time here, and he is. He needs that big first serve. Let's see if he gets it. Right down the middle. Oh, what a return from Purcell. Max Purcell, calm as you like, saves 3 consecutive match points. We get to deuce. Okay. Purcell adding a little bit of spice in the match. I still think Fritz is going to finish this off right here, but wow. Fritz with a huge body serve, and Purcell just hits it right back at him like it's 90 miles an hour. Purcell, backhand, the backhand of Fritz down the line, forehand chip. Making Fritz work for it here at the end for real. Forehand cross court, that goes out. Purcell just can't sustain that very, very high level. It's been a high-level match. It's an advantage for Fritz. It has been high level. It's hard to predict, but I'm sure the half the seeds won't reach the quarterfinals. I love it. I agree. I think it's going to be open. I think it's going to be a very open tournament. Yogi Berra, that guy had some incredible quotes. I remember that one Yogi Berra quote. Nobody goes to that place anymore. It's too crowded. That one always stuck with me. Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. Forehand, inside out, backhand. It's a lob way up high. Forehand, Fritz. Backhand slice. Oh, it's the game goes over. It's a miracle. Oh, Fritz gets it. Oh, is it called out? Fritz celebrates, but it's called out. Fritz is laughing about it. Leoni is also laughing about it. Okay, it is good. It's called out, but it is good. It's well in. Fritz gets the win. 6-4, 6-3. Purcell played a hell of a final. Max Purcell is a hell of a player on grass, but Fritz gets his 8th title in 14 finals. Very good. Very good from Taylor Fritz. He gets his 8th titles, 3rd on grass. Very good. 8 titles and 4 finals. You know, you gotta hand it to Fritz, and Purcell fought well at the end, especially. But Fritz, you know, he was returning well in the second set. He was hitting his forehand great pretty much throughout the match, and he was finding good ways to break the Purcell serve. All right, great week for Fritz. Yep, absolutely. Fritz is having the most underrated season on the ATP Tour. I think he's primed for a big result. I don't know if that's winning a big title or getting to the semifinals of a Grand Slam or getting to the final of a Masters or whatever it is, but he's primed for a big result somewhere, and I'm excited for Fritz. All right, I'm gonna head out. The stats are gonna be very good for both. Kudos, Fritz. Yeah, and shout out to Kelvin in the chat, because real early on, Kelvin, you predicted 6-4, 6-3, so shout out to you because you got it exactly right. There you go. This was an hour and 2 minutes ago. You said 6-4, 6-3. So shout out, Kelvin. There are no surprises lately. Everything seems predictable. It makes me question whether we'll see the new bloods or we stick to the new gatekeepers. I like it. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think Wimbledon's gonna be very unpredictable though. Yeah, no problem. Well done to Purcell. Yeah. No, it was a great funnel. 2 sets, but Fritz very good. This is outrageous. 33 out of 37. 70%. Are you freaking kidding me? How are you going to play this? If I saw those numbers, if I was to play a guy, and before I came on court, I saw that these were going to be the numbers, I would just walk off court. It would be love. I would walk off court. All right, those are the stats. All right, I'm going to head off. 6-4, 6-3 for Fritz. Let's go. The American men, I've got high hopes going into Wimbledon. I genuinely have high hopes. It's 8 already. Wow. Time goes by. I might go to sleep, though. It's too early here. I might go to sleep. Hey, thanks, Chris G. I appreciate it. Thanks for that. Yeah, definitely don't forget to subscribe, Quality Shot Tennis, if you are new. We'll be here doing Wimbledon. And please don't forget to like the stream as well. Yeah, keep Quality Shot Tennis on your radar. I'll be back for more as well. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys at the next one. We got Wimbledon around the corner. And Taylor Fritz, proven once again to me that he is having an underrated season. At least his 2nd title of the year after Delray Beach, but he's having a great year. He got a final on clay as well. But I think he likes this surface more. I'll see you guys at the next one. What a win over Max Purcell for Taylor Fritz in the final of Eastbourne.